Welcome friend, myself Ganesh from Perfect and Automation. So in this session, we are discussing regarding object initialization in Java. How to initialize the object in Java. Before that, what is the object that I am giving here? So the instance of class or example of class is called object, as we discussed in session number 2 or 3. So detailing of that all the topic belongs to object. I explained in that session. So what is a initialization? That things I am giving here. Consider example. Suppose we have a variable with us. Suppose int a is equal to 45 is a variable with us. This variable is also written as int a semicolon and a is equal to 45. This int a semicolon is called as variable declaration, and this a is equal to 45 is called as variable initialization. Just observe here, int a and a is equal to 45. So in this variable initialization, what we are doing, we are just providing a value for that variable. We are just providing a value for that variable a. Okay. So instead of a, we can use any value as per the int data type limit. Okay. We are just assigning or providing a value to that variable. It's just nothing but a initialization. And this initialization is done by using three different way. We have three different way with us. By using that, we can initialize that variable or object. Okay. When that variable come inside a Java class, it is become a object. Okay. So topic name is object initialization. It means that we can assign a value for that variable by using initialization process. So this initialization is done by using three way. Okay. First way available is by using reference variable. Second way, by using a method. And third way, by using a constructor. Okay, it means that inside a class I am just writing int a only, and the value of a, suppose we have a value of a 45, and that value of a is provided by using any one way. Okay, that value of a is equal to 45. That value we are assigning to a variable, and that value assignment or that value initialization is done by using any one way method. We can use any one from these two. By using a reference variable, we can provide a is equal to 45 by using a method or by using a constructor. So by using a constructor, right now we are not discussing for that type here. We have a separate point with us, constructor. In that we are using this way. Only right now we are thinking, or only right now we are discussing regarding by using a reference variable and by using a method. So first I am writing here first type, initialization by reference variable. So for understanding that, here I am considering a Java class, public class student, public class student, open curly braces. Then I am declaring variable here, string name semicolon, then int age semicolon. So what I am doing here, I am just declared two variable, name and age. I am not initialized that variable yet, and that initialization is done by using a reference variable. How we initialize that variable or that object by using reference variable, let's see here. I'm using here a main method, public static void main string array and arguments, open curly braces. So here first I am creating object for that class, because we need a reference variable. We know that reference variable comes inside a object. So creating object for student class. Student, I'm using s1 as a reference variable, is equal to new creator and then constructor. So s1 is a reference variable. So by using that s1, I am initializing that variable. Okay, just next line write down s1 dot. Okay, s1 dot, what is the first one? Name. s1 dot name is equal to, so name is a string. We know that how to write a string in double quote using a Rahul double quote semicolon. Then second, s1 dot age, that is 21. Okay, then I am printing that 2. How to print? We know that system dot out dot println. First one is the name and second one is the age. Okay, name and age. s1 dot name plus double quote, then space, then double quote plus s1 dot age, then semicolon. So then close that method and then close the class also. Okay, close method and closing of that class. In output we get output as, what is output for that one? Output as Rahul and 21. So what is the execution priority? Java first come at this line. Okay, then second line s1 dot name Rahul. Okay, then s1 dot age 21. Java comes here and initialize that variable one by way. First this come here and then second come here and then lastly printing that. Okay, suppose we have a number of students with us, we can simply follow this method. No doubt I can create number of objects for that Java class. Okay, during a practical I will explain that things here. Only right now consider this total procedure by using how to initialize a variable or object by using reference variable. Okay, suppose we have another student with us. Okay, just I am cancelling that to sign here. Suppose we have another student with us. Simply s1 dot name is equal to Yogesh, then s1 dot age is equal to 22, and again printing that here system dot out dot println s1 dot name plus s1 dot age. So when we execute this program in console, we get output as Rahul 21 and in second line Yogesh 22. Okay, it is the output. If we have a number of students, we can simply utilize this here. Simply by creating another object, we can initialize that. No problem. Okay. So we have a second topic with us. By using a method, how to initialize object? We can initialize by using method also or by using a reference variable also. Consider a Java class, public class employee. Class name given here is a employee. Then open curly braces, string name, semicolon. Here I am using only one variable, that is a string. Then by using method, it means that we need a method here. So here I am defining a user defined method, public void name method. I am given here method name as a name method, keep in mind. Okay, so here already I am declared a variable having a string data type. So inside a method parameter I am need to be pass that. Okay, that is a string a. Then what is that a? Okay, I am mentioning inside that method name is equal to a. Observe here name, that name is nothing but that a variable. Okay, then giving here a printing statement, system dot out dot println name and method close. Then to call that method we require a main method. How to call that method? We need an object creation for employee class, employee using E1 as a reference variable here, then new keyword and constructor for that class. We know that constructor and class name is always similar. Then E1 dot, we using a method here. By using a method, so we pass that value, or we initializing by using a method name E1 dot name method. Okay, inside that we need to pass the value for that. Okay, what is that value? String, suppose Amol is that value, and then semicolon, and closing here that method, again closing here that class. You can simply observe that what I am did here, created a class employee, declared a variable, then by using a user defined parameterized method. Okay, by using a user defined a parameterized method. Why I am using a parameterized method? Because I am passing or I am initializing that variable by using a method. Hence a parameterized method is needed here. It is a non-parameterized method. In that case we cannot pass or we cannot initialize object or variable. Okay, then what is the execution priority? Java first comes here inside main method. Okay, that is the first executed, that object is created. Then second, okay, then Java comes here inside that method. Amol, that is a string value is given here. Java put that value inside that. Then come inside this Java, observe that value or a is equal to name. What is the name? Name is a string. And then we are again giving a second printing statement, Java print that as a output. What is the output for that program? Output we get as a Amol. Okay, no doubt instead of that variable we can use any variable. We have total 8 primitive and 1 to non-primitive. We can take any variable here, byte, short, long, boolean. No doubt, only for understanding purpose we are consider 2 variable. Okay, the process for each and every variable always remains same. Okay, suppose I have a 10 employee with me. In that case I can simply pass each employee name by using similar object reference or also pass by creating another object. Keep in mind. Okay, what happens inside memory? Suppose it is a RAM. Inside RAM there is a space is created and that space is referred by using E1. Okay, what is inside that E1? We are kept string as Amol. Okay, Amol, and that referred by using E1. Suppose we created another object. What happens? That object having another reference. Okay, suppose E2, and here the name of that person. Okay, so how much time up we are creating a object? Each time we are using a new keyword. Okay, no doubt. Hence the new object is created inside a memory and that is referred by using that reference variable. Keep in mind. Let's here we are discussing practically. So inside SRC I am creating another package having name core. Inside that package I am creating a Java class having name student. So you simply observe that SRC is a source folder, basic is a package name, core is a package name. So inside a package there is no duplicate class name. Keep in mind. If we tried, we get an error. Similar way, if we have a two package, we can create the same class name, student available inside a core package, again student available inside a basic package. By reference variable, how to pass or how to provide a value for that object or variable by using a reference variable. Here we are trying to understand that topic here. So for that purpose, first here I am declaring two variable, string name, and second one int age. So here we need a main method. So what is our topic name? Object initialization. Object, it means that string and int, it is an object. Okay, initialization, it means that we are passing a value for name and age. Passing a value, it means that we are passing name is equal to that value and similarly age is equal to that value. Okay, that is called as initialization, and this initialization we are carried out inside this by using a reference variable. So this is done by creating a object. So here I am creating object for a class student using reference variable as s1 here. Then is equal to new keyword. S1 is equal to new keyword and constructor as a class name, semicolon. So topic name, first understand reference variable. So S1 is a reference variable. S1 dot, we are trying to initialize that object by using a reference variable. So reference variable is S1. So I am passing value for that two variable or object by using that S1. So S1 dot name. Okay, click on that or type manually, is equal to, so name belongs to string, hence we need to be passed that value in a double quote. I'm giving here Rahul as a value for that string, then semicolon, enter. S1 dot age, I'm giving 21 as a value for age. So we need a printing statement to check this program is executed or not. Simply SYSO, give here S1 dot name plus symbol, double quote, space bar, and second one S1 dot age. S1 dot age is a plus symbol that remains here. Okay, just click on a run button. You get output as Rahul and 21. So first understand what is the execution priority. Java first come inside that. Java observe that we are created object, then we are initialized that reference variable or object as Rahul and then age. Okay, so Java first come here, S1 dot name is equal to Rahul, then Java proceed towards that name and initialize that as Rahul here. Then again Java comes inside this and Java observe that we are initialized the age as a 21. Then Java comes inside that and again comes here, and then Java observe that we have next line given as a printing statement. Then Java print in the console as output, that is Rahul and 21. This one is called as initialization by reference variable. So if we have a number of data with us, we can simply use this type of also. Okay, there is no restriction. Go with a method or go with a reference variable or go with a constructor. If we have another data with me, suppose s1 dot name is equal to Yogesh, then semicolon, then s1 dot age is equal to 22, then semicolon, just taking Control X. After that we need again printing statement, Control C and Control V. Okay. Just click on a run button. We get output as a Rahul 21, Yogesh 22. Okay. So what we are did here, we are passing number of parameter, or we are initializing reference variable by using a reference variable by using same reference, that is s1. Here we can create another object also, student s2 is equal to new student. So s2 dot name, giving here as a Sanjay, semicolon, s2 dot age, giving here as a 22. Okay, and then printing statement. Control S. Just observe that what I have made changes here. Just created another object having same class, s2.name, s2.age in printing statement, and click on a run button. We get a 3 output, that is Sanjay 22, Yogesh 22 and Rahul 21. Okay, it means that by using a single object we can do, by using another object we can do the same process, no doubt. But what happens inside a memory? Inside a memory, that object is created. Suppose it is a RAM of our laptop or PC. When we create an object, first object, that is a student s1 is equal to new student, is the first object we created inside a main method. What happens inside a memory? Inside a memory, object is created and that object is referred by using a reference variable as we given there as s1 Okay, this was s1 represented this memory location. Okay, and then we provide a value or initialized. So what is that? s1 dot name is equal to Rahul and s1 dot age is equal to 21. s1, it means that Rahul and 21 get stored inside that object. Come here again. Name is equal to Rahul and age is equal to 21. Okay, that happens inside a memory. Then comes to a next point where again use the same reference. It means that value Yogesh and 22 is again stored inside a same reference, inside a same object by using same reference. This is Yogesh and 22. So no doubt we can use number of object or we can go with a single object. But what happens? The value that initialized by a reference variable that totally stored inside that single object. Okay, just observe here, we are creating another object, that is the reference variable s2. What happens inside a memory? Inside a memory, the another object is created and that referred by using s2, because we are given s2 as a reference variable there. So s2, and inside that we are initialized the value that is a Sanjay and 22 that comes inside this memory. that is name is equal to double quote Sanjay semicolon and age is equal to 22 or 23, whatever that value. Okay, the same things happen inside a memory for every object. When we create another object, the same things happen inside a memory. That object is created and that is referred by using a reference variable. We can create number of objects or we can go with a single object also. This is nothing but about a object initialization by reference variable. We have a second type of with us, object initialization by method. Here I am creating a new Java class. Main method. I am not typing main method here. Okay. What is the topic name? Object initialization by method. Okay. So first here need to be create a method. I'm creating a method here, public void, and method name I'm using here as a name method. We can give any method name, no doubt. So here we need a parameterize method. So first I am declaring here variable string name. We can give or we can use any variable here. Okay, string name. So what is the string name? I am declaring here again. String name, that is string a parenthesis. So what is the a and what is the name? So I am giving inside that name is equal to a and semicolon. I am giving a printing statement here SYSO. Inside that I am giving here name semicolon. So just call that method. The similar things we are also already learn about a method, how to call a parameterized method. The logic, the process is similar, nothing too different. Okay, create a object employee using E1 as a reference variable is equal to new keyword and employee semicolon. E1 dot what is that method name? Name method. Okay, so Java asking us what is the a is nothing but a string. And Java asking us please provide a value for a. So here I am providing value for that as Amol. Just click on a run button. We get output as Amol. Suppose we have another data with us. Simply I am copying here and again paste here. Instead of Amol I am giving here another person name as Rahul. Click on a run button. So it is a reusable method. Just declare at only one time parameter. There is only one method available and just initialize by using a method here. If we have a 1000% data with us, we simply to pass that value inside that. We can use the same object or we can create another object also. Okay. So I request all the participants or all the students, please do practice in your laptop. At least create 10 to 12 Java program for each type. Okay, so that last method is available, object initialization by constructor. So in the next session we are learning about a constructor and then we are utilizing that concept, that is initialization by a constructor. Thank you.